Hi guys, welcome back my channel. Today I will review The Young and the Restless next day about October 13th. Are you ready? Okay, now let's find out.
The Young and the Restless revealed that Nick was disappointed that Phyllis and Summer didn't accept his help, but Phyllis insisted she had an idea of how to handle Victoria. At Chance Com once again, Victoria noted that Billy and Lily seem to be quite compatible. Why do I feel like you have something to say about that? Lily wondered. Nick didn't buy that Summer just woke up and had an epiphany. Phyllis agrees that there must be red flags, but she thinks they should be grateful that their daughter is not Kyle Abbott. Victoria was not a jealous ex-wife trying to mark her territory, she just wants to give her opinion. Although Victoria thinks Billy has his good points, he also has a dark side. Billy gives his worst impulses when he shouldn't. Victoria thinks that Billy will always choose risk over stability, so she warned Lily to be on the lookout, both for the sake of Lily and for the company. Back in Summer's room, Kyle started his presentation with a familiar childhood photo. Summer and Kyle have known each other for life, and they've never lost that connection. Next, Kyle played the song they danced before moving to New York. He hopes they will dance to it again. Kyle argues that Summer is part of him, he can't imagine his life without Summer. After Kyle presented a remake ring from the cherry stem, he moved on to the final dome. Kyle invited Summer to open it herself, so she made it up and found the key Kyle would give her, for the house where they would build the future together. Kyle thinks they may still have that home and that future. Summer is full of and has to be admittedly romantic. Kyle wanted Summer to eliminate any fears that something was still going on with Lola. Summer says this is supposed to be about the surname, but Kyle couldn't resist mentioning Lola's name. Kyle continued to talk to Lola as he tried to explain. Don't say her name. Summer screams at Kyle in annoyance that they can talk about the letter, but Summer announces it's over. Nick joined Faith, who was a little distracted by text messages at the coffee shop. Faith assured her father that she would keep herself from ending the deal, no more sneaky and completely honest about her plans. Nick rejoices and warns Faith that if she's tempted to do something she shouldn't, she should just remember her dad told her, don't. As for Phyllis, she cornered Billy and told him her feud with Victoria. Phyllis hopes Billy can write her a bank statement or some kind of plan. You want me to track the mom of my kids? Billy asked. Phyllis only asked one small piece of information for fairness purposes. She assumed that Billy was indebted to her because Summer had problems with trust in men. Where did she get those things? Phyllis scowled, implying that Billy used his debauchery to use his sleeping with Summer for emotional revenge. Billy insisted he was no longer that man, but Phyllis argued that Billy's old behavior still corroded him. It will wipe Phyllis off the slate if Billy does this. Billy wasn't disappointed to do Phyllis a favor, and wouldn't row with Victoria. Next, Faith introduced her friends, Jordan, Madison Thompson, to Nick and Sharon. Faith says Jordan's brother is in her class, and Sharon remembers Jordan doing the choir. Jordan admits this year she's resting in the choir and complimenting the cafe's classic look. When Sharon offered hot chocolate, Jordan politely ordered green tea with lemon. As Sharon walked into the kitchen, Nick asked Jordan if Jordan was the person Faith had met the night before. Jordan apologized, but Faith insisted she could refuse to meet. The girls impressed Nick by the way they handled all of this. Jordan assured Mr. Newman that she doesn't want to cause any trouble. Then, Jordan talked to Faith about her improvisation skills and gave tips on how to deceive her parents. The key is to create more rules to follow and build trust. Jordan argued that it made no sense for other girls to be bitches to their parents. The better your co-star is, the more achievements you can achieve, said Jordan with a laugh. When Chance stepped out of the bathroom, she imagined he was wearing a police uniform, but only a hat, pants, a badge and topless. In fact, Chance wore a suit for the meeting with Paul. Abby said she is confident that Paul will invite Chance to work. She apologizes for not waking up when he did, but Chance says she hasn't slept well since Dina died, and he decides to let her sleep. Abby admits that he knows how to make her feel safe and loved. She suggested a picnic in the park to commemorate him becoming a detective. He said he would try but teased that maybe he would have to settle a case right away. In Chance's room, Abby woke up to find Chance not in bed. When Chance stepped out of the bathroom, she imagined he was wearing a police uniform, but only a hat, pants, a badge and topless. In fact, Chance wore a suit for the meeting with Paul. Abby said she is confident that Paul will invite Chance to work. She apologizes for not waking up when he did, but Chance says she hasn't slept well since Dina died, and he decides to let her sleep. Abby admits that he knows how to make her feel safe and loved. She suggests a picnic in the park to commemorate him becoming a detective. He said he would try but teased that maybe he would have to settle a case right away. At the Crimson Lights, Elena imagined her sitting on a table when Devon appeared in front of her and said that he wanted her back. He leaned forward to kiss, but her imagination was interrupted by Mariah, who offered Elena more coffee. Elena asked Mariah for advice on how to get someone to forgive them for the worst betrayal. Elena brought Mariah to Lola's apartment after she told Mariah how she betrayed Devon with Nate. Mariah sat down, shocked that she didn't expect to hear that again. She couldn't blame Devon for asking Elena to move out. Mariah is worried that Devon is reeling. Elena asks Mariah to be there for Devon, but Mariah says that Devon needs space. Elena asks Mariah to check on both sides. Mariah assures her she does so because she is in the same situation as Tessa. Mariah tells Elena that insecurity can cause people to make the worst decisions in life. She's glad Tessa brought her back after being betrayed. Elena hopes Devon does the same, but Mariah reminds her that their circumstances are very different. She said when she cheated on Tessa, it wasn't with a relative. The wound can be more difficult to heal as a family and it is not always forgivable because, sorry, may not be repaired. Chance met Paul at the cafe and offered to offer Paul a donut and coffee, but Paul smiled and formally offered Chance to the detective position. Chance is happy to have the effect again. Paul said he saw the Las Vegas reports and he always knew that Chance was a good man. He said the police department was lucky to get him, but Chance will have to go through a trial period. Chance says he's fine with that. Sometime later, Abby is at the cafe and tells Mariah that she hopes Chance will be the new City of Genoa detective. Mariah warns Abby that the work of a conscientious detective is expensive. Abby fantasized about her wedding day in mind. She panicked, waiting for Chance to come while her hair was gray. She returned to reality, phoned Chance, and left him a voicemail message saying she was going to the society for their picnic lunch. Amanda goes to Devon's penthouse, and she says that Devon should be very proud that the scholarship recipients have done a great job and made the most of the opportunities they have been given. Devon is very happy. Amanda said she stopped by because she wanted to check on him. Devon assured her that he was fine, but Amanda said they had gone through a little talk and were officially friends. She wanted him to tell her how he really felt. Devon informed her that he was fine and that he would have to reschedule his trip to New York later that day. An offer to join him remains open, but Amanda declined. Amanda received a text message and told Devon it was from her pie. She said he sent her some information about Hillary and herself, and that he is still collecting more. Amanda says there is one thing that makes her difficult. Rose, Hillary's mother and neighbor, Nadine, who says nobody in the apartment complex has ever seen Rose pregnant, but one day, she shows up with a baby. Nadine is in her 80s, but mentally sharp. If Nadine told the truth, Rose wouldn't have been Hillary's real mother. Amanda told Devon that Nadine said Hillary gave birth to Ann Turner and Rose refused to talk about the birth. Rose doesn't know how to take care of and handle a child. Nadine has to teach her everything. Nadine has said that for what Rose lacks in experience, she makes up for in love. Rose fell in love with Hillary. Devon said that Hillary's heart was broken when Rose passed away. Amanda says she doesn't know what it feels like because she has never had love. Devon reminds her that she has people in her life who care about her. She has friends, and he's one of them. Summer is at Jabot and fantasizes about her and Kyle's first wedding anniversary, what they made a great sales team, and Summer tells Kyle she is glad she changed her mind and made a conclusion. Kiss me. Her fantasies are interrupted when Jack says he has heard that she has returned to town. Summer says Jack had to be very disappointed in her, and if he wanted her to resign, she was prepared to do so. Jack says he hates her to give up on his dreams. Summer thanks for understanding. She conducts her condolences on Dina's departure and says that she cannot believe that Dina is truly gone. Jack informed Summer that there would be a Dina memorial service, and he invited her to attend. He said if Dina was the inspiration for Summer, maybe Summer should take a page from Dina's book. Jack says he's interested in Kyle and Summer, but he doesn't want to hear anything more about her resignation. Summer claims that Jack doesn't need her to act, but Jack tells her to leave the office. He knew how much Summer and Kyle loved each other. He says he has more faith in them than Kyle and Summer did in themselves. Summer says it's complicated. Jack says as history goes in, it can be scary, but facing those fears will help them get the life they want and deserve. Kyle sat at the table at the guild, took off the ring Summer had given him and put it in his pocket. Lola approached and asked why he wasn't working. Kyle says he needs to change the landscape. Lola apologized for her outburst the night before at Grand Phoenix, but Summer is ridiculous. Kyle asked if Lola had seen Summer and if something happened between them. Lola says that Summer saw them at the coffee shop, and Summer accuses Summer that she finally got what she wanted, meaning Kyle. Lola says she doesn't know what's going on between him and Summer, but if Kyle can face her at the guild, he'll face Summer at work. Kyle said he would, but breakfast first. Summer was about to join the guild when through the window she found Kyle sitting at the table and Lola working behind the bar. In her mind, she saw Kyle and Lola walking towards each other and undressing as they walked. Just as Kyle was about to hold Lola, Summer jerked back to reality. She saw Kyle fully dressed and sitting at the table, and she watched Lola walk into the kitchen. Summer remaining. Some time later, Abby and Lola discuss the food for Dina's memorial service. Lola assured Abby it would be elegant and beautiful. Lola asked Abby how she was doing and Abby said she was lucky that Chance was with her after Dina passed away. She said she wanted to order a picnic lunch for her and Chance because she hopes they will celebrate his new job as a detective. She says she's trying to be optimistic, but she realizes that his timing will be difficult. She doesn't want to focus on the dangers of her job. Lola reminds her that Ray is a detective, and she assures Abby that Chance will be fine. Kyle told Jack that Summer had left him, and that he couldn't make her fix the fence. He says he reminded Summer of all the things they've been through together, but all Summer sees is there's something between him and Lola, which doesn't exist. Jack reminds him that it existed not long before, and Summer sees Kyle marry Lola. Kyle says it was behind him, but Summer couldn't ignore and blame him. He's fighting a loss. He gave Summer his heart over and over again. He trusted her and asked why she couldn't believe him. Annoyed by her imagination, Summer returns to reality. As she turned to leave the cafe, she found Kyle standing in the doorway. Kyle asked if Summer was okay. She says she doesn't know because her mind is spinning. She was confused and didn't know what to do with her thoughts. She terribly wanted them together, but she still doubted. Kyle wished she opened up to him in Chicago so they could talk to each other, but he didn't know if that would be possible anymore. He said their history weighed heavily on him, and he didn't think he could be rejected by Summer again.